Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, whenever and wherever you. Welcome back to the Beta Plan as we once again return to the Holy Roman Empire. And Kaiser Heinrich, of course. Well, I say of course, but he is ill. So what has happened in 7 years? I have waited 7 years to turn on the camera before I thought, well, now a few things have happened that I have to show. And before the gap becomes too big. One of the problems is that the King of Mauritia, who, by the way, the former king died, and, well, they are unelective, and so currently this man is the king. He's attacking Andalusia, who is being torn apart by its own war to increase council power. I wish he was so smart as just to give in and collect an army. He at first was beating Mauritia, but now I'm going to have to revoke the title and give it back, and because, well, it is slowly incorporating into Andalusia. Second line of the incorporation, and I don't want Mauritia to have it, so I'm going to be a tyrant, and I don't want that. But that's just what it's going to have to be. Alamar, he has grown, and he immediately became Midas Dutch. Oh yeah. He is gregarious, very good trait to have, envious, and humble. Oh, okay. Like his father. His wife, however, is very interesting. His wife is Princess Kuka of Suomi. And why is she interesting? Well, apparently they are on cognatic elective Gevelkind. And his son is a bastard. And we know how the AI works. They hardly ever legitimize a bastard. Which means that currently, because her sister, she's very good in intrigue, don't get me wrong, but she's frail. But, yeah, lustful and intriguing, but look at her. She's pretty darn good, and that is the one that we have combined for our son. For our second son, we have, well, the lady that we always had in prison. A lady that has claims and all the titles that here of Brittany, Galicia, and Lyon. We have, well, she's grown up, and we arranged a betrothal with our second son. Our first daughter is now, well, to be married to the King of Andalusia. Yes, I know, dangerously will get claims to my title, and the King of Andalusia will become a little bit rowdy, but I had originally also arranged to be married to this guy, but unfortunately the king has put him on a sideline, making him a French, and there I also already determined is this German dude, which is already, well, betrothed to another daughter of mine. And I think that's not entirely smart because, well, his son to inherit is homosexual and his wife is depressed. Probably because she's not getting enough attention from her husband or something like that, and, well, they don't have a baby yet. So that line isn't very secure. But because of what is going on around now, well, thanks to my mother, I will get Navarre, because that's perfect gender. My brother will get Castile, actually not anymore, currently, well, that will probably change as soon as she's out of the war, hopefully in time, because she's kind of old. But, yeah, she voted for my brother. She wants my brother to inherit Castile, so that was when I, before I, started the episode. That will probably flip back or what have you, I'm not too worried. Oh, and as we know, well, my wife is the Queen of Hungary, so we will inherit Hungary, and I will inherit Castile, and then also Finland will join us, and Scotland is secured, as people know, so... Woo, 3 sons. Yeah. We is gonna grow big, and actually we'll even have lines into Brittany. I looked into the Byzantine Empire, don't you worry, I tried, but this man, oh, now he is again the, apparently loading the game has reset all the ones who are going to be elected. Then this girl would have been it, but now she's already betrothed to a man that is celibate. Very interesting. But, yeah. That is the current state of affairs. Is this son already betrothed? No, he is not. You know, I could kill him, possibly. No, I have no chance. Otherwise, we would have had a line into the Byzantine Empire, but we wouldn't have had it inherited. And if we would have fought for that, the children of that power, then it would not have been part of our empire. So, yeah. This is still occupied by the Alanian Revolt. I don't know. This constantly gets occupied. It's bad. It's bad. And, yeah, I don't know what happened, but they're out. They're currently out. Like, I guess they wanted this guy, well, they're fighting for the claim for estimate, and well, they're pretty much losing. The he has 5,000 men at max, but 82,000. Yeah, he is quite powerful, the Fatimid, who have also actually taken over this area. They now also have the entire thing of well, Balutan, which they are incorporating into Egypt. Egypt, by the way, then there's also now has Arabia completely absorbed. And Nubia is also will be absorbed for the end of the game, I believe, if I checked it. You do? Does not want to give me data on that, unfortunately. Alright, well, anyways, that is the state of the affairs. So, why did you come back? What kind of interesting war is going on? Well, there actually isn't a very interesting war going on. And I could attack, of course I could attack. I mean, I determined the war, but I have 94% threat ratio. And the only ones that aren't in the pact are, well, indirectly now through marriage, Scotland, Navarre, my mother, Hungary, is the Byzantine Empire, so we could attack, for instance, oh, the only thing that is left, Lithuania! And why can we attack Lithuania, you're wondering? Well, they have a new king, so it doesn't really bother me, but yeah, all of this would come against us, Sweden, and it is going to be a whole lot of mess for a whole lot of nothing. We did gain one little county over here by, well, attacking the revolt, because the revolt was, of course, not in, well, the... I say of course, but that may not be clear. Revolt, I don't know why, but they hardly ever tend to join a coalition. Perhaps it was intentional, so you actually could grab some land. For us, yeah, this is what we could do, but why would we? Why the heck would we? And actually, for some reason, Hungary would be actually against us, my wife, so I have no idea how. There's very little that we can do. We could attack Sweden, but then everybody would fight against us, and we would not gain a bloody darn thing. In short, there's very, very little that we can do. But to have such a long period in between, I thought it was improper. Even when it comes to Dalmatia, who isn't against us, well, I don't know why, but people are not making any claims on Venice. I could make him a tributary, though. Are you actually against me? No, you are not. I could claim Croatia in the name of this man. That would put it back to Trimotorice on top. But they are no longer Croatian actually anymore, they have turned Greek. Despite the fact that they are originally Croatian, so I'm sure that some Croatian watchers of mine would love me to put them back on the throne, but not help a darn thing. So I guess just for the sake of it, we could see what a tributary war would give us. Like, I can make this a tributary war, just... The clarity is just to have some interesting things going on during this episode, but in general, always fine in the world of the Holy Roman Empire, nobody is against us, nothing is in problems, and well, everything is going hunky-dory fine, and which is cool. I mean, I have created an extremely stable realm, which, by the way, no more castle power, completely abolished. Yes, we now have 11 domain. The Mesne. So where did I put the other two? Well, there's a fort over here in Chalon, and there's a fort here in Dijon. And they are, well, being prepped. If I cannot hold on to them, it won't be a problem. I don't know if her 11 and his 11 combined will be enough to combine to my 20 and my wife's 3. Might be so, might not be so. But there are castles that we can easily give away, but are in principle very close to our home duchy, so we could definitely make some interesting plays there and keep it if we wish. He immediately surrenders. That's awesome. That was insta surrender. Okay, it's going that well. Who are you? You are the heir to be with my niece. With my niece. Okay, the mad girl. That's fine by me. When will you arrive? 3rd of September, 27th of October. What would happen if I were in charge? Because I, of course, am nowadays an administrator, so we move quicker. 22nd of October. We won't make it. That is the gist of it. Then we are going to resign. We will put in a direct leader. Is this flat land? No, this is hills. So you're a direct leader as well. Now let's put the King of Italy. About the only vassal that dislikes me. The biggest problem of the abolishing the council's power has been the fact that I don't have any advisor slots anymore. Therefore, and kings still want to be on the council, so more kings are annoyed with me that way. Moreover, I can't demand realm peace. I just don't have it. What I can do, however, over time now is, for instance, I could in the realm increase the status of women. Nobody to stop me. No council, no thing will block me, and I can actually increase the status of women. I think it's about high time I do that. I have nothing else to do, and voila! His mission is successful, which means that all the lands now in this episode that are part of the Holy Roman Empire, including this, don't forget that though, this is not part of us and this is part of Finland, but yeah, all the lands that are ours that were conquered of the Romuva, as well as of the Sunni, all of it is Catholic. We are one major Catholic nation with no heresies. There are some heresies, Frascatelli heresies here in Byzantine Empire. Don't know why, to be honest, but yeah, we are proper Catholics. Oh, that's unfortunate that he dies a natural death, because that could have been a good candidate to, you know, I don't know, go for the Pope. That is something that surprised me actually. The Pope, Van Habsburg, yeah, this guy, but it was a French Van Habsburg. Then we go all the way back here to Pope Ignatius, is how I would pronounce it, but that's very Dutch. That's not how you pronounce it a Latin way. That's the first and last German Van Habsburg Pope. I'm surprised. Well, Sten Killing here just randomly became one, and here, House Dreux, sorry, that is normally a French house, I believe. It's also a French Pope. What? Is that the only one who is allowed to keep his... Oh, he's also French. So some popes have been allowed to be French? Is that an exception to the rule? No, here's Germans. I don't get it. Never mind. Normally, the Pope immediately turns... No, I'm confusing things. I'm confusing things with holy orders. I am talking out of my arse. Sorry, but yeah, the only Van Habsburg Pope that ever wants to be was this guy. German Van Habsburg Pope, I should say. So, let's call up these troops. Hey, all of a sudden you don't want to move. Ooh, and I am alive. That's pretty good. That's also why I turned on the camera. If I would have died this episode, would have been funny, in a sense. Yeah, you have like no defenders. And we have built up a war chest, which is due to the fact that I have built again a ton of cities. Mainly now in German Bohemia and some Bohemian regions. You dead. You so dead. You don't know how dead you are. That's how dead you are. Like, you have no more senses to understand how... Okay, that's kind of a bad one. But you are the heir of England. And you are German. Bad, but you're German. All is forgiven. We have put on the French throne a German king. We have now put on the English throne as going to be a German king. Because despite the fact that he is annoyed that he is not on my council, the English king is quite happy with me. And so this emperor, awesome emperor. People are going to get annoyed with me when I tell Mauricio from, hey, that Granada piece of land that you took, yeah, we're gonna have that back. But yeah, he is 100. He's just totally happy with me. Part of it is because we constantly catch him in a plot against me, which is his dumb ass on the line. But yeah, we're going to get in trouble when we tell this king to, yo, hand back your area, and he's definitely winning his war. You're called Magnus the Ill Ruler. And why did people vote on you? Well, you may be so bold. Actually, you're winning your war with your revolt, aren't you? Yes, you are. Alright, well, good on you, I would say. Where are you moving? To Benevento. And we also will move to Benevento. And this is a deceptively long piece. Oh, never mind. Except you will pay to the Holy Roman Empire some credit. And yeah, that doesn't do much for our name because these guys, they're not worth much. As you can see, their name is gone. So, well, Dalmatia is standing here for short, but most of the time that happens after the month. They, no more Croatia, and that's because they're paying us. And voila, Dalmatia also gone. It's now, well, paying us. Just a few short wars, and what? How much did we get for that? Not a bloody darn thing. How interesting. Not a bloody darn thing was, not a bloody darn threat was gained from these wars. Alright. Let's do this on camera because whatever he did there, I do not agree with. You. Von Babenberg. What a house. There's only one Babenberg house, and we know which Babenberg house it is. But yeah, in this line, gone. Yo. Revoke title. County of Granada. Holy shoot, will he be angry with us. This king will not be happy with us for a long time. He will. The city has finished construction in Österreich. Yeah, he is pissed. Grant the land the title of Granada. Yours again. I want this to be incorporated into it. Marinsia very pissed at me. Normally Andalusia can handle this. It is only the revolt that caused this issue. Now let's see how many people hate me now for this. King of Italy is a bit annoyed with me. The King of Sicily is annoyed with me. Yeah, the Hansa is annoyed with me. This was not as handy. You know, I could change my council around a little bit. You actually have a decent martial score. The King of Bavaria is better, but I will put you here. That'll make the King of Sicily a lot like me more. I won't replace, however, my Spy Master for one reason. He loves me. He's a loyalist. This council member is malcontent, but well, he was malcontent probably because, well, he wasn't on the council. So let's hope that from now on he's a little bit happier with me. And as you can see, due to the fact that I have now here more spreading, as I have two councils here, I can also put my marshal here. That's not totally allowed, so I could spread my technology over here if I wish. You know, spread it all around. Off camera, by the way, I did increase my popular customs and my church infrastructure. And yes, I can increase shipbuilding, but still I'm hoping to use up getting some points in another way. And, well, that's interesting to know, so that joined existing defensive pact against me. His father died, but yours... this is awesome, because it's gonna be a Van Habsburg on this throne, dude. Engelbert van Habsburg. Alright, and who is here? Engelbert van Habsburg. It's primogeniture. It will all be inherited by us. Awesome. And has my mother here changed the laws around again, or... Yep, no, Engelbert van Habsburg. She constantly votes for my brother. I don't know why, but I don't care. If he inherits Castile, fine. Let him get Castile. The only problem will be a little bit that Leon will be separate. Leon will be a separate entity that I can't really do anything with, so I may need to create a Germany nonetheless for, of course, the Saxony line. Yeah. Oh? Oh, phew, that's the second. It goes through this line. At least I think so. Frisia is primogenitor. Yes, it is. So we can definitely give it to her. And then Germany and Frisia, and the Germans and the Dutch people will be very, very closely tied. Well, you can't really call the Dutch people anymore because they're only on the coast. Even Holland has changed over. It's only Zeeland and Brugge and West-Friesland. Yeah, German spreading nicely, but strangely enough, not around this lower part of Burgundy that we have controlled that for eons. Well, better say this ducal line has controlled that for eons. So she's only with one heir. It's very interesting, and she... I have no one for her to... That's very interesting. Who is your next in line after that? Is that Van Habsburg? It is Van Habsburg. Brunhilde. This lady. Alright, and what comes after that? Oh, Van Habsburg. They're going very far back in order to give this duchy to someone. That may incorporate it in a weird way. By the way, if you're wondering what this is my holy order. I once again have a holy order that is part of me, which is the Teutonic Order, so I can call them up for very, very little. Actually, I can call the Knight Hospitallers for 20 stuff again. Interesting. But I can't call it the Knights Templar, but I can call it the Knight Hospitallers. I will raise them, but they are part nowadays of Jerusalem. I gave them to Jerusalem. To this boy, whose heir is his aunt, I believe. Yeah, because this man joined the Knight Templars. Now I have to look. So this boy on the throne. And he is focusing on the fact that he stays German. Well, I'm fine with that. Actually, most of the area that we control in Jerusalem has turned German. Yeah, I don't know why. Also Andalusia turning very much German. The Polish people holding on to their culture, but wow, Bohemia definitely turning German. And this land, yeah, this land is all in the hands of the Duke of Prussia. Oh yeah. I did not split them the two off. I could have done it. I could have given the Teutonic Order of Prussia. It would have, you know, one vassal wouldn't lesser, but yeah, it's not gonna bother me much. I see. I think we've done some interesting, found out some interesting facts that, well, if you get somebody to be subservient to you but not losing his independence, you actually do not get aggressive expansion or threat ratio. Oh, interesting to know. A little bit late, perhaps we should have done that more often. But yeah, they were not in the coalition, and if I attack something else, well, Lithuania is an impossible target. Perhaps I'll do that, but they're not gonna stop us. They're too weak. I mean, 6,000 men. I mean, come on. I'll say thank you for watching, and remember, great peril is great beauty.